This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
It's Staycation Destinations on Family Life. For today's trip, get on your ruby red slippers.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm Greg Gillespie. Each week all summer long, we map out a unique opportunity for you to discover somewhere unique in New York or Pennsylvania, fairly close to home and fairly affordable.
Hi, I'm Allison Lehr. I'm the manager at the All Things Oz Museum.
Allison, I know the answer to this already, but there are listeners who would love to hear, why does the Yellow Brick Road run through Madison County, New York?
Well, we are here because L. Frank Baum, writer of Wonderful Wizard of Oz, was born here in Chittenango in 1856. We do have a yellow brick road sidewalk that runs through Chittenango, leading you right here to the museum. It's a kind of fun way to celebrate our native son, L. Frank Baum.
So when visitors come to your museum, walk us through some of the highlights that you would encourage folks to see.
We have between 16 and 17,000 pieces now only about 1,500 of those are currently on display. There are just too many things to show all at once. I would say 175 pieces that are extremely rare or one-of-a-kind items. So usually I like to highlight those as I take people through. We have incredible pieces like the mimeographed copy of the contract for that first book between Baum, Denslow, and their publisher. Basically states that they were selling it for $1.50 a copy. They each made 9 cents per book, which is super fun. We've got things like the giant green glasses from the original Broadway production of The Wiz, the hand prosthetics from Oz the Great and Powerful. We've got the Madame Morrible dress that Patty Duke wore in San Francisco productions of Wicked. We even have a real Emmy Award from John Fricke and his Grammy nominee medallion. So there are all kinds of pieces that you're only going to find here at the museum.
As you mentioned that, this has been a book that goes back a century, and it has returned in various versions in Hollywood, but the iconic Judy Garland movie, everything we know about the witches and the ruby slippers and her friends along the way. What is it about the world of Oz that captures people's imagination so much?
Oh, that's a great question. First of all, this is the American fairy tale. It's really the first American fairy tale. Baum wanted to write a story for children that wasn't frightening like some of the German types of fairy tales, the Grimm brothers or Hans Christian Andersen type things. And he didn't want anything that really had any huge moral lesson, because at the time he said children were learning morals in schools, which I think is kind of funny because there are a lot of lessons that can be learned from this story. But I think originally it kind of starts as that American fairy tale. Also, it's just a really great story of hope and friendship. Like I said, there are all kinds of things that we kind of take from this story and have incorporated into our daily lives. It's really become sort of a pop culture phenomenon that has ingrained itself into our society.
Our guest today on Staycation Destinations is Allison Lehr at the All Things Oz Museum in Chittenango, New York. Who are the kinds of people that drop in or make a road trip to come see you? I can't imagine that there's only one type of audience that you serve.
Oh, not at all. I think this is a story that appeals to all ages. We have children who come in who are thrilled, who are just learning about Oz for the first time. So we've got those 4 and 5-year-olds that are super excited. But we have people sort of on the other end of the spectrum too, who have grown up with this story. I've had people who come in and say, we saw this when it was originally released in the theaters in 1939. I think Oz is a timeless story and it appeals to all generations. And we've had people not only from Madison County, but we actually have an interactive map here. We've had people from not only all 50 states, but many, many other countries as well. I just had somebody in from Brazil this past Sunday, we've had Austria, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan. Yeah, people are coming in from all over because this is just a story that kind of transcends age and nationality.
I want to ask you about one niche I could imagine with the great collection of things you have. There, I would imagine every so often you get somebody who is doing scholarly research or looking into the literature or into Hollywood or something.
Yeah.
Are you a resource for people who are looking into that kind of history and the impact on culture? Do you get many of those folks?
Yes. Yes, we actually have several people who reach out either via email or come into the museum who have mentioned that they are writing papers. We've had some people writing articles for the BBC. So yeah, I would say that there are people who reach out from all different interests, whether it be sort of Baum's personal life, some of his history, the Oz story as a whole, or even just focusing on the 1939 film.
Allison, tell us all the details that people need to know to come and visit with you. What do they need to know about locations and hours and tickets and all that?
Well, we are located at 219 Genesee Street in historical Chittenango, New York, in Madison County. We're open Wednesday through Sunday. That's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you want to come in as a group, you can do that. Sometimes we'll open up on a Monday or Tuesday if you have a large group and our normal business hours can't accommodate you. We do have guided tours, which are $9 per person. We have a AAA discount. Kids 10 and under are free. We even have an active military discount, so all active military and their families are free. If you call in and you have a group that's over 10 people, you can also get a group discount. So all kinds of different ways that you can come in and view the museum. And also, if you're from far away and you can't make it into the museum, you know, whether it's coming into the museum, experiencing our website, checking us out on Facebook. I do update our Facebook every day, and we always have something fun and new to share with people. So check us out one way or another.
The All Things Oz Museum. And we are grateful that Allison Lehr, who manages that museum, has joined us today. I'm Greg Gillespie. Thanks for joining us for Staycation Destinations. Buckle up and enjoy your journey.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.